If your rear suspension preload is loose like this one for more than maybe a turn or two, I'm going to show you how to fix it. Fixing the tension on your rear suspension preload on the ST1300 is not very difficult, and it doesn't take many tools. You can go to any hardware or auto parts place and get some jack oil. You'll need something to drain some of that oil off in, and it's not a whole lot, so you'll need a long common screwdriver, a 15mm wrench, a 10mm wrench, a 5mm apex, and your keys and a rag. Optional would be a 10mm socket and ratchet, a scratch awl, and a paint pen. First thing you need to do is put the bike on its center stand. Remove the seat. Remove the left saddlebag. Remove the side cover. Remove the adjuster by removing these two bolts. When you get the adjuster removed, you can follow the hose back up in here. It goes in front of the fender well. There's two clips, and you'll pop the hose out of those two clips, and then up here push the hose down. That'll give you enough room. Just keep pushing it down. You'll be able to take the adjuster and pull it up to this point. To show you just how empty this reservoir is, this is backed all the way out. There's going to be a click every half turn of the knob, every 180 degrees. So we should feel tension pretty soon, but with this one you're not going to feel it for a while. "28 half clicks before I have any tension. Quite a bit of fluid has leaked out of here. We want to mark the position of this banjo bolt. So now we know the orientation of the banjo bolt. Going to hold the body with a 15mm, turn the banjo bolt with a 10mm. Some of that stuff that you see down in the cup there, this black, that's coming out from behind this cap here. The fluid itself is a little milky, so we're going to purge this out a couple times. Another thing you can do, if your detent ball is stuck or dirty or whatever and you're not getting that click, remove the bolt and the washer from the end. You have two little raised areas, one right here, along here, 180 degrees away. You have another one right there. The spring is pushing the handle away from the body. So you know that the spring and ball are on this, under this indentation right now. So just ease it back. You'll start seeing a lot of dirt and crud. Hold your thumb over that ball. Pull it on out. While you've got this out, go ahead and clean it up. There's your ball, and inside there's a spring. Right there. A used toothbrush and just a dry rag may be all you need to clean this stuff up. I put a little dab of grease down inside the hole that holds the spring. Set it right on top of there. Find one of those depressions in the knob. Press the ball down. Slide it up in there. Put your washer and screw back on. So wind it all the way out. Use a tool of some kind to push your plunger till it stops. Now you can fill your reservoir. Turn it over, wind it till all that comes out. Do that a few times till it comes out clear. Wind it all the way back till it stops. Right there. Use your tool. Push your plunger back. Fill it up to the top. Put your washer back on there. You've got your mark on this side. Put everything back together. Got the banjo bolt finger snug. I'm going to screw in the adjuster until I see a little bit come out. That's purging my air out. I've got my marks lined up right here. Let's see how much turning I have to do before I get preload now. So back it out all the way. There's one click. I got tension at 2 clicks. I'm going to scribe a line. I'm going to fill that with paint. I'm also going to put a line here where it'll be easier for me to see. Again, you're not hearing any clicking. After it gets stiff, for whatever reason, I guess it gets centered in here. I really don't know for sure. But you've got the hose routed in front of the fender well, and there's 2 clips that you'll see there. Then just simply bolt it with 2 of these little bolts to this bracket that hangs down. Okay, perfect. Got that on. Now you can put your side cover back on. Put this little tab behind here. Rock it all in forward. Make sure everything lines up. There's 2 different size fasteners on the side cover. The 6mm goes on the bottom. Another part of adjusting the rear suspension is the dampener. So if you look back here, you see there's a hole right here. You take a regular screwdriver, go through that hole. If you look on the body of the shock, where it's right above the H there's a dot, and on the screw itself right there next to the dot is another dot. That's the standard position, but you get there for sure by going clockwise till it stops. Then backing out one turn. You'll see those dots line up. That's the standard position. The only you can only go from that dot to there. That's all your adjustment right there. Whatever position you end up with really depends on the weight that the bike has to carry and what kind of riding style you have. Right now I've got my rebound dampener set to the soft setting at the S, and my preload is currently about 2 or 3 turns in, and that recently just changed like yesterday. So I'm still, like I said, I'm still experimenting with it. I don't carry anything with me hardly, and I only weigh about 190 pounds. So it seems to be very, very comfortable. There is no manual adjustment for the front forks. The only thing you can do there is change out fork oil, weight, and improved springs. But anyway, that's a simple way to get possibly a better ride. And honestly, this this preload adjuster is going to require service. I don't know how often. It's not in the book. That what I just showed you how to do is not in the book. That is something that you're just going to have to, reach down there, and when something feels funny about the way the bike is handling, maybe you need to see if you've lost some compression on your preload and service the preload adjuster. But it's real simple. Hope it helps. Go for a ride.